Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're looking at the Play Arts Kai Appleseed Alpha DEUNAN figure. Definitely a must-have if you got Briareos, and if you got DEUNAN you should probably get Briareos because it's just the two figures and they really make a nice set. In fact, I'll show you at the end of the video how nice they look together in the photo section. But they are in scale with each other, pretty close at least, so that's good. She's only, she's a little under 9 inches tall and he's a lot taller than that. So it's a very nice set to have. Sculpted detail on this figure is really good. Paintwork is pretty darn good. And then she's got some pretty cool accessories. We've got the rifle here, which has nice detailing, sculpt-wise and paint-wise. Lots of little gaps in it. It looks cool. She's got her pistol. Not too much in the way of paint, but the sculpt looks good. And she has a knife, which has a really nice shiny blade and nice sculpt work. And then she has some hands, some alternate hands. The ones that come on her, at least I think these did, I don't think I switched them, are the loose open hands, kind of like a relaxed hand. And then we have a pistol holding hand, or rifle, and then we have a hand for the knife, and we have two fist hands. So pretty good variety. Cool thing about the knife is it can go into her boot and it doesn't stick out or look too bulky, so I'm happy with how they did that. Cool thing about the pistol is it can go in the holster, which is soft plastic. It has this strap here for the hammer, but I wouldn't unsnap it because it's really hard to re-snap it. You're better off just stretching it over the back. At least that's the way I did it the first time. Let's see, yeah, and you can leave it right there so that it goes just over the hammer, or you can put it all the way back like that. Let's see if I can do it. It's up to you. Oh, and I unsnapped it. Yeah, great. It's really hard to re-snap that, but the pistol goes back there, so that's cool. And she's got some really nice sculpt work, especially in the pants. You can see there's seams everywhere, lots of wrinkles and folds and zippers and things. Looks really good. She's got decent work on the straps throughout her upper body. Looks good. Lots of rivets and little wrinkles in the paintwork. You can see the little emblem back there. Looks good. I'm really pleased with these figures. I was a little worried about them. Her face and chest are a little glossy. I'm not sure why they did that. I guess the arms are too. Most of their recent figures haven't had that glossy issue. This one's not horrible, but it is a little bit of an issue. The face is a pretty good likeness, I think, to the film. I'm okay with it. Then the hair sculpt is good and it's decently painted. And you can't see the seam as much as you can on some of the other figures that have the seam in the hair, so I'm happy with that. Paintwork, other than the glossiness, is good on the face. The shoulders are cool because she has these flaps up here, which hide the joint a lot, but they're soft plastic, so they're not going to get in the way. And you can just tuck this part of the arm under that so that it really doesn't get in the way at all. You can see she has the butterfly joint in there. Let's see if it'll work. It was stuck before. Is it stuck? No, but it doesn't seem to have really that good of a benefit. Not too much range of motion in that butterfly joint. So I wouldn't expect on using that too much. Even though this part is soft, it's still going to restrict that a lot. We still have the ball hinge. Then the bicep swivel actually comes down here rather than up at the hinge. You have the bicep swivel down here and at the actual elbow itself, so that's kind of redundant, but the ball hinge will always swivel on both ends and is ratcheted. So you have that, and then you have the same joint here for the wrist, just a little bit smaller. Her watch isn't painted on mine. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it should be. Maybe that's just something they didn't do. If you guys have this figure and your watch is painted, let me know. Or I guess let me know if it isn't. For the head though, it's just a double ball hinge, so pretty standard. And it works. You can see a little bit of gapping going on, but it's not horrible. I think it's alright. It's acceptable. You want the head to move, so that's the way it goes. Torso articulation is pretty good. It doesn't have a huge range of motion, but it looks really good because you can't even spot the joint most of the time. So it goes side to side, forward, back. Rotation, a little bit of rotation, not a ton. You'll get a lot of that in the waist. But the straps down here are sculpted on, and the straps in the back, as you can see, are actually connected to the top piece, and these tuck in under her butt. And that way when you rotate it, nothing breaks or anything, but it does actually move with it. I don't know why they didn't do that in the front, or why they didn't. Either way, they could have sculpted them either way, or made them loose either way. But they did both, which I guess works. But that's okay. It works and it looks cool. And then we have the ball peg that connects to the torso. That will allow her to lean all the way back, and you can see they actually sculpted the straps all the way down or all the way forward, side to side. Really good range of range of motion in the torso. I said range of motion almost. So that's good. And then she has the floating hip piece, but it's not oversized like we've seen before, so I like that. And then the hips are ratcheted side to side, forward and back. We have a thigh swivel built in. Her knees have the new knee design, so it's fairly slim. Doesn't have huge gaps in it, so that looks good. And then the ankles, you can see, are just like the elbows. They don't have a huge range of motion, but it's not bad. And even though the peg goes almost completely vertically, you can just swing that joint around to give her an ankle rocker. So that's really good, much better than on Briario's. And she doesn't have hugely big clown feet like on Briario's. So even though the toe joint is a little awkward looking, it's way better. So of the two, I think DEUNAN's a better figure overall. They both have a few little issues, but I think if you're going to get one, you probably should just get both. I don't know if you guys can see it, but something keeps glistening. I think it's just a flat piece of hair right there. But yeah, they're both really good figures, and I'm going to take some photos and post them here at the end so you guys can see it. But I definitely recommend this one and Briario's, but this one in particular, it's a really, really nice figure. So thanks for watching, guys. Go pick this up if you can, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.